Okay, I think we're streaming now. Swap that. Hello! I thought I'd do a little, this is going to be a real quick stream. Maybe we'll finish this one animation up. But, what I'm working on, this is where we left off. I'll show you a bit of what I've done. So, yeah, we got this animation. I decided I'm just gonna make, there's no reason, I was gonna have him turn to stone or whatever as his death, but as I was making this, I was like, there's no reason I can't just make this attack kill him. So, maybe that's how I do it. That way, because the idea is, I wanted it to emit electricity or something, but I can just as easily like make it glow and explode. I don't know. So he goes through this like little charge up thing where it kind of like cycles through these three and it kind of blinks on and off. So the idea is I'll play that for a little bit to show that he's about to explode. So yeah, these are like, they're self-destructive or whatever. They'll go through that and then it'll light up like this where it starts getting brighter up to that last one, and then once it explodes it's going to send off a big shock wave, and then this will just be like the remainder of it as it dies. So it's just going to leave a little bit of a like electrical glow behind as it vanishes into nothingness. So that's the idea. That's kind of what I came up with. And as far as the detonation itself, I pulled this up on YouTube. I haven't seen the movie, but the Sonic movie, it just had the best example I could find. So it's this right here. And yeah, in the movie apparently, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched the movie, but I saw this little explosion. I thought it looked really nice. Basically what I was going for. I'm gonna do something very similar to this, which is not very hard to do either, but it looks really cool. And I love the way it leaves like all these little lightning arcs behind. So I'm gonna do something very similar to this. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and do like the orb that goes off, this big orb. It's hard to get a scene. But yeah, this big orb that goes off, I'm just gonna have, I mean, I've done that before, like with the Merman, where he creates that like shockwave. I've done it with a few of my effects. It creates a expanding orb, and then once it's gone, it'll just leave behind these little arcs that pop around. And those arcs are single frames. Occasionally, you'll get, I watched this a whole bunch of times. Occasionally, the arc will do a second arc from the point, or it'll like slinky to where it'll go from one to the next. So those are like, it's got three different, or at least this artist, they did it three different ways, and I thought it was really, it's very fascinating to learn what their process was. But to where it'll just be one singular arc, or it'll be the arc and then it'll show, you know, shooting somewhere else, or it'll slink you to the next one, right? One of those three. So I'm gonna try and do at least like one of each of those, and maybe two or three of the single ones. And I think that'll be enough. And yeah, like overall, it's not as complicated as it looks, because you're just drawing a couple lines with some glow on them. So, shouldn't be that bad. Now, I'm not going to get too crazy with like all the dust and stuff. I don't think. I might try some dust, but dust usually doesn't look that good in an animation. Not unless I want to draw it like more solid and less like a cloud. So, that's what I'm trying to do with that. And the reason I'm streaming this right now is because this will be coming out very shortly. It's 7 hours, and I plan on playing that. So It might be a while until I stream again. I'll keep working on it, but I think the next one that I do, the next stream I do, I'll just be showing all the stuff I did over the course of a couple days. So probably won't be a video for a little while I'm playing that game. I want to really immerse into it. I have not been following any of the hype of Cyberpunk, so I'm not really one of those people. But what little I've seen of it, it looks good. And then I saw like the early gameplay of it this morning, watching somebody else's stream, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want to try and play this. I haven't played a game like it in a while, and it'd be good to just play something to tune out and get immersed in. I like that every now and then. I haven't had a game like that in a while, so I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. But this, right, so what I've done is I've separated off this one, and this is the everything that just happened on that one, which is basically just like a lot of glowing, and then that little shape. I made it like a lot more complicated than this. I was trying to do like bones and stuff with the spine of a snake, but I found it just made it messy, so it was better to just do these little lines, really. I just ended up making it more simple, and I thought it was better. I am thinking it might need like the motion blur, so maybe I'll do that to where when this goes up, I drag some motion blur from the move. I'm not sure. I might try and mess with that. But this right here is where the rest of the animation is going to happen. So my explosion can't be... well, I can move all this over. At least it'll give me a little more room. I do want to use as much room as possible. So... I don't know. I'm trying to think like the best way to do this. Should I just draw a little orb and grow it in Game Maker? Maybe that's the better choice, because then I can grow it as big as I need. I don't have to like animate it. So it'll just be its own thing, a single image. I think I might try that. I haven't done that before, and it would... Like this, I don't feel like I have enough room to go as big as I want it to go. So, at worst, I'll have to bring it, I'll have to do it again later. Let's try it though. So it'll just be a single picture, basically. Okay, I'm gonna pull this back up. I gotta save the frame. Fucked it. There it is. I really like what it looks like. How do I do that on a 2D plane? The angle is also really different. It would be something like, well, let's just draw a circle. That's a good starting place. Where's my... I don't even know where I put it. I haven't used the circle tool in like forever. It should be near the lines. Where's the lines at? Goodness, that's zoom, marquee. Okay, I don't have a clue. Oh no, I hope I haven't gotten rid of it on accident at some point, because I don't even see it on here. Oh, this is it, isn't it? Yeah, direct line. Okay. It was hidden amongst the ruler. Okay, ellipse. Let's just use this as an example. So honestly, I can draw this outside of the animation. Well then, I don't know. I might be doing this a completely different way. Instead of animating it, I'm just going to draw the different elements and we'll put them randomly in the scene. Like I'll do one that does the jump, a couple single ones, one that shifts. And one thing I wanted to do before I found that, I also found this image, which I thought was really cool. I'll show it. This image. I thought this was really neat. Now, it's not exactly what I was going for, but it makes me think of these fireworks that you'll see, which will show like a little, I don't know, it's got like a snakish look, right, where it zooms off and kind of fades out. I know I've seen it. I just couldn't pull up any images, but this one reminded me of it, and I thought that little snake, it looks like a bunch of snakes, you know, light snakes shooting off, is very fitting for this, seeing as it's a bunch of snake. I mean, it's a big snake explosion. So it would make, yeah, some little dancing lights that shoot off that are shaped, that move like in an S pattern. I have no idea how I would go about doing that though, if I was to do that. Anyway, let's just do this to start with. It didn't let go. Oh, that's right, because you can just reposition it. All right. So seeing as this is kind of more of a geometrical shape, I'm just going to get the shape that I'm looking for. And then I'll use that as a guideline, like that. This stuff's really just distracting me, I think, if I'm going to do it this way. So I don't know if I want to do this as like a solid line or a cloud. Like the one in the little video I showed is actually more like a plasma cloud as it goes off. I could just do it as like, I don't know, maybe I make a airbrush. I don't know, let's try the cloud. We'll give that a shot. I've got a bunch of cloud brushes. I just feel like it won't look as good. Oh God, where are the cloud brushes? Of course, I would make that perfectly straight, but just as an example, I don't like it at all. Oh no, I can't see chat anymore. Completely forgot. I turned the sound off. You can hear it, but I can't because I don't want to wear headphones. I think I'm still getting copyrights from like all these songs. YouTube is so bad with copyright stuff now, and Twitch is becoming worse and worse as well. I might just swap over to silent streams. We'll do it like this. It's lame, I don't know. It's that or I play the same couple songs over and over from my own playlist. I don't know if that's better. It doesn't seem like it would be better. As long as I'm not listening to it, it wouldn't bother me. I don't know. Maybe I will just pull from a small amount of... I mean, this one looks the best. If I fill it in with more. Okay. I actually kind of like that. Let's make it smaller. I never lifted the pen, did I? Oop. Okay, I gotta do this part again. I like the top part, I don't like the bottom part. The bottom part needs to just be a soft airbrush. We do that, and then we put white on the very top. No, not with that kind of brush. Let's do airbrush. A lot of this stuff that I'm doing is just kind of, I'm experimenting. I tried lots of different things. I never know if what I'm doing is right or is gonna make me happy. Just makes it look like it's got a wall or whatever. That's the idea. It's not just on a 2D plane, it's also coming towards the camera basically. I was looking for that soap bubble one a while ago. I just happened to find it. One of these is like a drip. I think it's this one. Yeah, that one. I don't like it at all. I've driven it. I've drawn it very similar to what I had. Don't like it. So we're gonna do something different. All that. And here we are. Let's try it this way instead. Not sure what's happening there. It's leaking somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing now. As a person who was not hyped or didn't really care, it's funny how like I got hyped. I thought it would look really cool. I want to be a badass cyber warrior now. I don't know. I was just thinking that I miss good single player first person shooters, and this one's more of a I don't know city sim. Cyberpunk, by the way. Still talking about it. But it could be fun. Definitely could be fun. Okay, what if I'm gonna use this? This is how I used to do my bubbles. So anytime you've seen one that was done like this, which is just like that. Very clean. Not a lot of busyness to it. I have no idea. I thought I had this in my head, but maybe I shouldn't even do the shockwave part of it. I mean, I've got a good base, like, to work with using this stuff. I really like the look of this. Oh, that's kind of odd that it doesn't. Oh, yeah, no. Maybe that's why. That's worse. Wish I could picture this stuff in my head better. It's always like this when it comes to effects. Okay, if I wasn't going to do it this way, I don't know. I could just do lightning arcing. I could just do multiple projectiles, like... Okay, yeah, let's brainstorm. I could do multiple projectiles. I mean, it still, like, goes to here and then it bursts, while this thing is kind of like the leftover. I don't know. What if they are like little lightning projectiles that snake around, and when they touch something, they just arc? Create little arcs. I mean, honestly, there's nothing related to lightning on it right yet. It doesn't have to be lightning. It could be something else. Just some other type of projectile. I have been thinking about changing the color of him though. He's using our color. Using yellow. Okay, I'm thinking maybe I do like a projectile thing instead. I don't like the big shockwave. I mean, the whole point of the shockwave is it's got to be able to hit behind him. Okay, if I was going to do like a snaking projectile, I'm sure I could do it in Game Maker Studio pretty well. I just have to make like a little projectile that moves randomly. Maybe I'll do it that way. I don't have anything like that in the game. I've done it in other games. Just a projectile that moves with a lot of random variables instead of going straight. All it's got to be is like a white light that gets dimmer through an animation, right? Maybe that's just a better way to do it. And then we'll just do like snaking projectiles. I'll make a whole bunch of them, basically. They'll just fly off in every direction. It could be... I mean, it's cool because it's a very dangerous kind of unpredictable monster. If you want to not bother with it, you just jump over it and run really fast, you know, before it explodes. Yeah, if you want whatever loot it drops, though, you're going to have to deal with it. I think I'm going to just do that. I don't want to do the big shockwave. That was like all the options, but okay, well, let's just do a projectile instead. Let's do it in like, it should have a nice long trail. The hitbox will be where it's brightest, but have it leave a nice long trail. Okay, so this is just going to be like a little dot then. If it's going to be like those little streaky things, they're just little dots that streak around. So it's really just something I've done before. I'm just thinking, how do I do this? Do I want to just do it like this? Maybe. I just shrink it each time and change the color of it. And I blur it. An interesting thing, if I fingertip it actually, I think it'll look even better. Well first, okay, we blur it so it's not quite as rigid on the outside. Then we fingertip to just give it some direction. Actually, I don't want to do that either. This is going to be such a weird thing that I haven't done yet. Undo that. Need to do this yellow bit first. Okay, so like that. And then I just shrink it every frame and get it darker. That's really it, I think. So, how do I do that? Lower the saturation by 25. Lower luminosity. I don't want to do that. I want it to get like a darker brown color. So I should really just overlay a new color over top of it. And shrink it. I don't want to do it this way. Okay, no, cancel that. Is that what I want to do? Do I want to go into another color? Okay, we've abandoned this idea. I guess this is fine. So I want something that doesn't get rid of the white though, so I gotta change this to like an overlay. Unfortunately, that does not work. Okay, what else can we do? Darken, multiply. Okay, one of these has to affect it. Nothing's affecting it at all. Something should affect it. Right? Wait, okay, if I go back to normal. Okay, it's something else. Oh, because this still says, okay. Now I get it. I'm just doing the wrong one, and that actually really matters. Okay. There we go. Now we can see the effects. So I just want something that has white in it, but it's still showing the new color. I don't know, it would be better if the white does slowly go away. I just want the white to be there in the first couple frames. I don't know, I might have to just do this manually instead of the way I've done it. I don't think any of these are going to give me a quick effect that I'm looking for. Alright, fuck, how do I do this? It's not this way. However I do it, it's not this way. I'm gonna have to do something crazy. Like do 5 different frames and add them all together. Okay, this is still like our basic one. I think I need to change this to yellow though, and do the white after I do everything else. I think that's the solution. So you just be yellow. And our default one. And then you'll be my white. Okay. So we're gonna do like this. And then, yeah, we're gonna do this too. Okay. So, you're my one. So we're gonna have to change the color of it and the size of it. That's why I gotta make, so one of them's to change the size of it, one of them's to change the color of it, and the last one's to put the white in where it needs to go. So yeah, it's very complicated for something that should not be that hard. Did I delete the wrong one? I think I did. Or it's just gone now. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's got to be the right one. There it is. Okay, I think we're on the right track now. Make 5 of these. They're all the same color. Okay, now resize them. Edit, transform, scale up, scale down. And then we just go down. I don't want it to shrink too much, I don't think. We'll go 10%. Then we'll go 20, and yeah. So 80. $70, and then the next one will just jump to 50. So that the very end of it, the very tail of it will be thin. Okay, so that's how it shrinks. Now this, we'll do our color again. And the cool thing is I can just change colors easily this way to get the ones I want, or what I want. And then this is for the white part. This one should be nice and bright, easy to see. Maybe not that much, almost that much. And then it gets just a little bit duller. And then it kind of loses all color, I think. We'll do a smidge. Yeah. So that's what it should look like. And I think I add some yellow in as well. Before it burns out. I have no idea if this will look good. Just kind of guessing at this point. But I don't even think I'm going to combine it together. But okay, so the way this works, it looks like a blinking light, but what's going to happen is this is going to be our main object. It's just going to be this bright little thing, and then it'll leave an object behind called the tail, which plays the animation. So it looks like it's leaving a trail that's slowly getting darker, but really it's just leaving behind a bunch of objects. And it might cause lag if I do it this way and I want to put a lot of stuff on screen, so I might have to do this as particles or something. But yeah, I can just have this one kind of float around all wild until it hits something. Now, do I want to do a hit effect? Like, does it play in a little spark or an explosion when it hits something? I think it kind of has to, otherwise it's not going to look good. Got to do something. I don't know, we'll do like a little spark too. I think the spark I can very easily do like something like this. So if it contacts I could have it do this, and I can alter what shape and orientation it is. I can make it spin. Like I probably should have done that in yellow first. Easily fixed. I'm gonna do a white. Oh, this shit gets confusing. You always gotta do the white last. Hey, what's up? I don't have my notifications on. Sound noise, so I don't know when you posted that, but it probably soon. How are you? I'm gonna be streaming for a little longer until Cyberpunk comes out, and then you won't see me ever again. That's the plan. This is a final hurrah until I've re-entered society. Okay, why does this just look like shit no matter what I do? First, let's make it bigger. Yeah, release date is right here. 6 hours, 32 minutes, 3 seconds. You got a countdown. Buy it now if you want it. Yeah, it's coming out soon. Streamers are already playing it. That's why I'm gonna end up buying it, because I saw somebody playing it and I was like, you know what, that does look good. That looks like exactly what I need right now. A nice game to get immersed in. I don't know if this is good. I have a feeling this is bad. Like I've done something like this before. I have no idea. I hope this is... I just don't have a clue what the hell I'm doing. I don't know. I gotta put it in game and think about it. Alright. So that's the projectile. That's a little spark that I created. I don't know if that's good. I might have to draw something else for an impact. We'll put this all under projectile. Okay, so that's the old one. We can delete it now. This is the new one. So he's got his attack. That all looks fine. And then when he dies, or it's not even die, he just self-destructs. So he'll go through this little, it'll go back and forth basically, and then he lights up and explodes and releases a ton of those little projectiles, I think. Of course, this one, as soon as it gets to this one, or this one, I think it'll disappear. That should be fine. I probably should combine those together, seeing as, oh yeah, because they glow. So let's do that real quick. Yeah, basically. Streamers, they get like pre-release copies. Okay. I'm gonna do this in reverse order, I think. So let's go. I can't even see it. This one. Merge visible. It was like quite a lot of frames. Did I fuck something up? No. This one was unnecessary. First one should be the lit. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, that should be all of them. With the snake included. On Xbox One? I don't know. I mean, it'll probably be fine. Like, I'm not too worried about it. Then I'm not too picky on high fidelity. I'd rather have it run really good. Ooh, okay, I fucked that up. Let me get rid of this one. Alright, let's play it and see if that works. We're going to 13. So that's basically it. And I'm just going to put like projectile emitters all over the body that disappears. Have them go in all kinds of random directions. Anytime they hit like a floor or the character, they'll like pop or explode or just disappear or something. and that should be fine. I just want to make sure they like streak around and look like little snakes, basically going in all directions. I think that would look good. Little snake projectiles. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some coding magic for that. Because basically, I want them to go in any direction, but they got a snake too. So there's like a main direction we're heading, which changes, but the snaking back and forth part. Oh yeah, I get to do tangents again. That'll be fun. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. It'll be all right. I think that looks fine though. Right? That looked decent. Minus like the body disappears abruptly, but that's gonna be covered up with a bunch of crap flying all over the place. Shouldn't be an issue. And then the other one I wanted to look at, just make sure these first six is like a repeating thing. So this is just supposed to play, yeah, he'll play like this like 3 times or something, letting you know that something's coming and you need to get away from him. And then it'll give you another couple frames before the explosion itself happens. So that should hopefully give players a chance to understand what the hell's going on and get out of the way before it goes nuclear. Okay, I'm happy with that. Move on. I need to delete this extra shit though. Delete this stuff. I also need to label these things. So this is burst animation, and this is just normal animations. Okay. So, do I want to do a couple more? Comes out at 4 p.m. It comes out at 7 p.m. where I'm at. I don't know if I'll play it then though. Maybe. I don't know, it feels weird to play something immediately when it comes out. I haven't done that since Skyrim came out. I was one of those people that stood in line waiting for that game. That was different. Okay, so what's next? Let's take a look. Right, so we just finished the Sand Snake. I just combined his death animation with the electric charge up, so now he just explodes instead. Next one will be the spike turtle. So this one I'm doing something unique with him. When he dies, he splits off and becomes a new monster, basically. The new monster is just going to be the simplest floating thing you've ever seen. I probably have like a little mouth up here and little tentacles, and that's basically it. It just floats around, probably just goes towards the character, and then another attack or two, and then it'll fall. I love the idea of something that looks like a turtle. When you kill it, it actually turns out that the shell was not, it wasn't its shell. It was something that was riding it, which sounds kind of fun. So I'll at least pull that up. But I don't know if I want to stream too much longer. So this guy. This was such a simple enemy when I made it. It's really silly. It's like a snapping turtle, basically. That's basically all it is. It's a snapping turtle with a goofy shell, and I put it in the game, which looks like this. So he just kind of like walks around, and then occasionally he will shoot spikes up. So he's just supposed to be a little tanky, annoying enemy. And if you try and jump over him, he'll spike you. Which is so weird because he's just got like this stretchy shell or something. But now, we'll kill him and I'll turn his shell into an actual monster. I wonder if I can incorporate this this weird tentacle thing into it. I don't want to make this too crazy. What I'm basically going to have to do is draw what the... Now this isn't a turtle, this is a lizard with a monster on its back. So I'm going to have to draw what the lizard's back looks like after this thing detaches. But the idea, yeah, is like when you kill it, this little part right here just comes off and starts floating around and attacking you, and a little mouth or something will appear here with these little tentacles. And then when you kill this, it'll probably just like rotate and flip off the screen or something real lazy. And I'll have to draw whatever it was that was underneath it. I'm probably gonna just make it look real gruesome, like whatever this thing is has been feeding on them or something, controlling them. So what I'm going to do is pull his outline out. That one. This will be the death one. And I'll do everything else from scratch. So if I just duplicate that, yeah, I'm gonna just separate the two entities and draw what's underneath. I guess we'll stream for a little longer. I don't know. Okay, easiest way to do this. Just erase the part. Damn it. Whoa. His touch is still on. Yeah, it sounds like you're on the West Coast, aren't you? I mean, most of the people that come in my chat are in different countries, so not that weird. I think, yeah, the smart thing to do here is just focus on the lizard part to start with. I'll do what it looks like, and I'm just gonna have it fall down kind of dead while the top part will become its own thing. So I just need to draw what is down here. Looks okay. Yeah, so now 2 different pieces to work with. Oops. Let's do some sketching. I mean, I imagine it's a very simple, like, just this kind of shape. I could put some spikes on them so that it kind of matches up with the tail a little better. Well, make sure it goes under the shell a bit, and then we're just gonna have them trail off, kind of like that. That's really it. I don't see why it has to be more complicated than that. Oh, that's cool. It's confusing. I should just get rid of daylight savings. All it does is make things complicated. And get a more natural shape here. Now what I could do, if I want to be fancy, I wonder how hard that would be. I could make the walking animation, right? I've got a walking animation. And it doesn't involve the shell at all. This is one of these old animations where the shadows dance around a lot. I could just reuse this animation and make it to where this little dude, when he's been separated from the shell, he'd just like move at twice the speed, kind of book it around. Be kind of funny. Then it really becomes 2 enemies instead of a new floating enemy. I could also make it to where he doesn't die, he just kind of runs off, or he runs around in the background or something. Be kind of fun. Extremely wrinkly. He does have a fat neck, which the reason he's got, I mean, the reason a snapping turtle's got that fat neck is it lets them recess into their neck and, you know, pull into the shell. So now he's got no shell, he's got no reason to have a fat, wrinkly neck. It's just there for looks. I don't know. I think I might just kill him. I mean, I kind of like the idea of him running off. But that's even more work. But it shouldn't be that hard of work. I just have to draw the back part, as long as I make it a solid color. Let's say he's not even injured. Maybe they're symbiotic. Instead of that being a parasite, it's just like the way a crab carries an amoeba, or a, you know, electro plants. What the hell are they called? Is it? It's not amoeba. It's, I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Crabs. They put a thing on their back that electrocutes octopus, basically. This could be the same kind of relationship. Okay, well, if I'm going to do that, I want to grab all the animation instead. Let's just do that. We'll just cut the ones we don't want out. Basically, I just have to remove the shell from everything. Which I think the shell moves around, doesn't it? No, it doesn't even move. Oh, that's easy enough. I just use the marquee. Actually, I'm gonna fuck myself right there. Yes, I am. God dang it. I knew it in my head. It's gotta be as close to the shell as possible so I don't accidentally delete lines that I don't want to delete. Bunch of cleanup has to be done there. And I can get rid of, I think, from here on. Okay. Yeah, that's all the walk is. So it's just 6 frames. Yeah, no, this will be pretty easy. Could be. That's way too thick. Damn touch. Yeah, having a bit of a dancing line isn't going to matter too much because it's going to be moving at the same time. There's a spike that needs to go there. I mean, this would be a lot better if I put it in an animation so I have onion skinning. Might as well do that quick. It's gonna end up being an animation anyway. That's what I'm gonna do. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, that'll be really all it is. It's just, I'm gonna just turn it into its own little thing. But now I've got to kill it. Yet. How am I gonna kill it? I was just gonna have it fall down. I mean, I was gonna make that animation regardless. So it's not that like I'm that sidetracked. Yeah, it's just gonna collapse or something. I don't know. I think the easiest way to do that, right, is I just take number 1. I make that number 7 now. So let's make just enough to die. So I'll do it in 3. So 1 is 7. I'm just gonna make his head fall down. I think that's the simplest way to do it. So yeah, I'll go back to this pose, and then the head will slump. Honestly, what I should do is make 9 first, because that way I know where I'm going to. Right there. I've already forgotten where the eyeball was. Okay, let's see here. That'll be fine. Just a closed eye. Nothing fancy. There we go. Now I'll just correct these new lines. Oh, that's sad. I hate watching them die. They're my babies. Good enough bucket. There it is, a walk. And the simplest fall down death animation I've ever done. Okay, so that's that. Now we gotta do this guy. Like that. This guy. Like that. Okay. So the idea, all this is going to be are like some tentacles emerging from the bottom. Maybe some sort of head. So let's sketch it. I think that would be the best thing to do. Or that. If I'm going to do that animation, it's just going to be like 3 frames of emerging, 3 frames of animation. Let's just try and do it that much. One thing I've got to do is the back of the shell. That's too far. That should be fine. Just a little bit there. Alright, yeah, so let's just sketch it. So, what does this guy look like? I'll center this a bit so I got more room to draw. I'm thinking for a head. This is just what image comes to mind. Little thing, a little beak. And that's really it. I don't think it has a head. I can even make it to have like a tri-beak. Because that's fun. Or make it look kind of like a leech. So if we did it like that. Less rounded. Make it kind of like pink. So it looks like one of those parasitic worms. That's really it. And then other than that, it's just tentacles. So I'm just gonna make this thing like come out like a sheath or like a Swiss Army knife. Alright, so if it was folded in and then came out, I want it to be like down here. Just enough, just a little bit of the head comes out. I'll probably just have it come straight out. And then, as far as the tentacles, I just draw lines and copy them. Okay, so let's just track the head for these frames, because that's the only thing that's really going to move. And all it's going to do is slide out to this point. I'm gonna say first one, it won't even be there. So it just kind of like, whoop, comes out. A little bit of a horror mouth. Horror. And then tentacles need to emerge. I'm thinking it's just like, honestly, I could just do 2 little tentacles. We can assume there's more. I don't know. Okay, I think I know. We'll do like, we'll go like that. And then it'll come out more. And it'll come out more. And then it just kind of like wiggles. Right, so yeah, it just kind of comes out. I'm gonna have this one start to come out here. Have it wiggle. That's really it. There's gonna be another one. Technically, it's like, I can draw it, it doesn't matter. I know it's, so we'll just trace it. It would be here, here. Maybe it kind of pokes out here. Maybe here, there. That's really it. I'm just gonna trace these tentacles. They'll be real thin, little shapes. The head pops out, and then this thing just kind of like woo woo woo, and it comes towards you. And when you kill it, it falls out of the sky. That's really it. Very simple. I don't want to do anything too crazy. Right, so I should just copy this one until 3. Because 3 I need to save to 4. Everything else is drawn new. I like the idea of these being real thin. Long and thin kind of tentacles. Well, I said it's going to be a short stream, but I don't really have anything else to do for a couple hours. Might as well just keep working on this. No, I fucked up. I should have copied that one onto 4. 4 is the one that copies, because the head doesn't move. No, wait, that's easy enough to fix. I just bring this in. Probably should animate the mouth for the move. So it's probably a better idea to draw each one. Now to think about it. I think I will do that. I'll have the mouth open and close. Oops. I found one out. Okay, so its mouth moves a little. Just do the other tentacles. We're done. Well, I gotta do all the coloring and shading and stuff, but mostly done. the cool thing about doing tentacles or tails. You can always just skip stat. Well, you make the sketch just a little line and jump straight to the line work from it. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like. There we go, without all the extra lines. So yeah, it just kind of emerges and then it floats around for a few frames. And then when I kill it, I'll probably just have it like bend and fall off the screen. And that's really it. Drop some blood. Real simple. But when you consider it was one creature that just could have died, now it splits into two totally new creatures, which both die in their own way. It's a lot more interesting than if I'd have just left it one turtle, right? So, overall, I think it's better. Alright, there's our turtle friend. I don't know if we can throw him here. Doesn't look like his tentacles will fit anymore. So I'll just bring him up a bit. Alright, and then I just gotta do all the coloring and masking for this. Alright, but that's it. I'm gonna end this stream here. Just gonna be doing this. So, yeah. Hopefully, I think what I'll end up doing, I'm gonna be playing a lot of Cyberpunk. No, well, I mean I can play it, but it's not a demo. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing a lot of Cyberpunk, and I'll be working on this on the side, and probably the next time I stream, I'll just show the rest of the deaths that I've done, then we'll move on to doing creature variants. There's only two more. Like, after this guy, there's the octopus thing, and I'm just gonna do some more effects for the Wraith creature that I made, because I thought the old ones I did looked really crap, so I'm gonna make new ones. That's it. And then on the creature variants. But yeah, it might be a couple days before the next stream. Anyway, that's it. Later.